I'm not going to do any of these, just so you know.
Do the Stephen Hawking one.
Why is everything going to be Epstein Island, though?
It just did so well.
I am the big proponent of that. He's like, we got to go back to the island. That's where
it just
money's
always
made.
does well. It always does well. People
Where
like
else
it.
is a
reason I'm here.
zany?
So you can get one clip? Let's just do the 15-second clip, and then I can go home.
I was hoping to get more than one.
Let's just talk. We don't need to do...
I want to do some bits, too. We'll talk. Don't worry.
The bits happen naturally, like they did
I
last
agree.
time. The second you fabricate them, they become not bits.
They were all fabricated last time.
No, they weren't.
I knew you were going to do Stephen Hawking, though.
I didn't know that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's why it works.
So I kind of feel like the child, slave in that situation. Like he's like the sweatshop owner, and I'm the one doing the knitting, and you're the sewing machine.
They don't knit.
They probably knit here and there. You don't think there's any knitted goods coming out of Malaysia?
Is that where all the sweatshops are?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Fine, we'll just do whatever you want then. Go ahead then. You just want to talk. Go ahead. This is it, right? This is what you guys want.
That's actually a good one. We'd probably pay him in something more like butt coin or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, adobo coin.
Adobo coin. That'd be good.
No, but seriously though, welcome to the show. This is going to be a fun one. The return of the viral sensation. You know him from Netflix's Fubar. It's Mark Edwards, everybody.
Hi.
It's good to have you back, man. I love the
you.
shirt today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very Saved by the Bell.
Or like Sinbad,
Yeah.
Yes.
the sailor.
Yeah. The original guy.
People forget about him. That's one of those great rebrands that is, he took all the heat from that. Nobody
Yeah.
when you think of Sinbad, you're thinking of Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
You're not thinking of the guy with the scimitar.
Well, that's like Pitbull too. You hear Pitbull if it's not dogfight related. There's a great clip. You know the singer Pitbull?
Yeah.
Have you seen? Well, that's what the clip is about. Is that he goes, "You Google me, I come up before the dog."
That's great.
Well, and if you try to bring him into the country, they have to put him down.
Oh yeah. You can't breed him.
Yeah, you can't.
Ontario, you have to say when he's coming in,
Yeah.
Labrador mix is performing.
Yeah, exactly.
Labrador mix. There was this great contest in like Internet 1.0 where on this site called somethingawful.com.
Oh, you loved it.
It was a great site.
That was one of the original nerd loser hubs of the internet, I believe.
It was before 4chan and whatever it is now.
Yeah.
The dark web.
So good to be like, I'm a bigger loser. I was a loser before 4chan.
They basically invented being a loser. They had this Walmart had a contest, and it was whoever gets the most votes, whichever Walmart in the US gets the most votes, Pitbull will come perform a concert here.
Right.
And they Something Awful got together and said, let's send him to Barrow, Alaska,
Yeah.
which is right at the top of the Arctic Circle. And they won, and he went.
Yeah.
And he performed.
There's a great pic of him with all the staff, and he's like standing in front of them. Yeah.
He's a good
He
character.
goes, Alaska goes hard with Pitbull. It goes hard for Pitbull. Like,
Yeah.
Have you guys ever won a contest where you fill out to win
I
a
won
vacation or something?
I won a trip or 2 tickets to Way Home 2017. It was like a music festival. So like Boots and Hearts plays at the same spot, but it's a indie. Neil Young played there the first year. And so we won the year Imagine Dragons was playing. Still pretty cool, you know. Radioactive, good song. But yeah, we won them from Summersby. And then we got the tickets in there for camping. And my girlfriend, her parents had like an RV. And I was like, can we do the RV? And we called Summersby, and they're like, yeah, sure, we'll upgrade them. And it was like $1,500 to upgrade. So we went and I did MDMA with a bunch of guys there. And I woke up in a guy's tent, and I was like, and he was like, what's up, man? You good? And I was like, yeah, I'm cool. I just got to go to the bathroom.
A random guy.
A random guy.
Are
yeah.
we cool?
We were buddies. Well, I was sitting in a chair in like one of those mosquito tents.
Were
and
your pants on?
Oh, yeah, I was fully dressed. We were listening to like brand new. We were listening to hardcore music. He goes, you good, man? You were just talking a lot, and then you went quiet. And I guess I like came back to consciousness from a blackout, and I was like, yeah, I just got to take a piss. And then I just left, and I never saw the guy again. But yeah, I won tickets.
I filled out a thing in an airport one time and then they called me a couple weeks later, and long story short, it's just it turned out to be just like one of those timeshare things.
Oh, yeah.
But they phoned, they're like, "Hey, you want a cruise?" And I was like, "Oh, no way!" And they're like, "Yeah, so where do you want to go? There's an Alaskan cruise, there's a Mediterranean cruise, or there's a something else."
Norwegian.
Yeah,
probably.
And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." They're like, "And which week do you want to go?" I was like, I don't.
You get
what?
to pick the week.
I couldn't tell you that right now because I have to find out. Like my wife has to take vacation days. And they're like, "Well, how about June?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. I can't." And they're like, "Just so you know, your flights aren't covered either." I was like, "Oh, all right, yeah, now I don't want it. Never mind." Hung up, and then 5 minutes later, they phone back and they're like, "Hey, so it's a free cruise. You don't want it?" I was like, "Well, no." Because I'd have to plan my life around it, and I'd have to spend thousands of dollars on flights and the hotel.
Yeah.
Then for the overnight before we get on the cruise, it's not really free.
Free
It's
cruise.
massively inconvenient and expensive. They're like, okay. I hang up again.
Idiot.
They phone back 20 minutes later. Different person now. Hey, this is Trent. I'm a supervisor. I don't understand why you don't want this cruise. And they called me every 2 or 3 days for a month. Being like, I don't get it. I don't get it. We're getting progressively more angry.
Yeah.
They got to get the Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf of Wall Street.
What if I could tell you this is the best cruise I've seen?
Yeah,
all
I think they
year?
thought that it was who are the dumb people that fall for this?
I thought I was a fucking closer.
So it's half of a free cruise, I guess.
It's not even. It's basically probably the worst room on the worst cruise.
Yeah.
But they figure you also have to sit through a 16-hour timeshare presentation.
You have to do that.
I
Yeah.
always feel like I have the.
They don't
fortitude
front load that
to
information
be
though.
able to do that. I always feel like
Just to get an iPad Mini or whatever.
I feel like it's one of those things I really want to try.
He would do it and quit halfway and go, I don't want the iPad or to talk.
No,
to
you're
you
gonna come
anymore."
out with a timeshare. You're gonna be like, no, CJ, listen. It's less than paying to go on vacation, but I get to do it every year for the rest of my life, and I can't sell it or get out of it.
And you have to go to Honduras. That's good.
Honduras is a good spot. It's a hot spot nowadays.
It's nice to go there. Maybe I'll love it. Yeah, no, I really do feel like it's one of those challenges in life that I'd love to I did it. I got the
It's a
iPad.
cool
What's the
experience.
hardest thing you ever had to overcome?
Oh my God.
It could be an emotional battle or a physical battle. I don't know if you had a disease or.
No.
One time he got really food poisoned in Montreal, and we had to leave our trip early, our family trip, because he goes, "My tummy, mom and dad, I gotta go home."
He's still
That was 2 years
bothered by
ago?
That, obviously.
that was 6 months
That
ago.
was his family.
Leave that with me for a bit.
What's your biggest failure?
Oh,
What do you hate most about
so
yourself?
many.
Oh, one time he was supposed to go to
CJ's
Europe.
answering.
That's a bad
What
one.
does he hate most about himself?
Answer.
Probably drinking. If you could stop drinking with an injection, I think you'd take it.
No, I love drinking.
But you wouldn't take the
But
injection?
I think that's probably part
Maybe
of the
just
problem.
for my
because
health.
then you'd be super. So maybe for the well-being of my life and family, if I'm like a bitch.
Maybe for the stability of my children.
Yeah. Charles Bukowski worked out fine for him. I don't know. I would be like that trip. So he's talking about this trip that my mom booked. So she wanted me to go to private school, but they don't have any money. So my mom booked a trip through the private school where I would go with all the private school kids on a trip to Crete in Greece. Okay. And this was, I
believe Italy was also included, but
how old was I? 12?
I think you were in grade 10 or something.
No, I was younger than that.
Okay.
I was probably in grade 8 or grade 9. And you go to Crete and it was $10,000. It was the whole summer you're in Greece. And then apparently I said hey, I don't really want to go on this, but I'll go if I have to, if you can't get your money back or whatever, I'll go. And then my mom said, yeah, don't worry, we got all the money back. You're all good. You can stay home for the summer. And I had a great summer, ride my bike and shit. And then later she told me, oh, I never got the money back for that. I just ate the 10 grand.
It was well known.
But
it
she
was
did
a
it to save your
non-refundable
feelings.
deposit.
She did it to protect your feelings. So you
Yeah,
feel
but if
guilty.
I knew that you couldn't get the money back, I would have went.
So what does it say about you that your mother would rather lie to you than tell you the truth?
They're all liars.
What does it
No
no,
way.
What is
All
what
three of them
does
are
it
liars.
say
Instead
about the
of-
way that you react to
Instead
things?
of doing fun bits, we're doing this.
We're doing
It's so
therapy
good.
sessions with Dave.
He's taking such a turn he must hate. So funny.
I don't know. What does it say about me? I don't know. I've been trying to get you to smoke weed. I tried getting to smoke weed at the show the other night.
You didn't try. You just asked me if I ever have. And
He's
I said
good at
no.
deflection, by the way. It's something
No,
that
I'm
we have
not.
both
No,
worked
we can
on
talk
for a
about it.
long time.
People sometimes think that it would be fun to be around me if I had smoked marijuana because I'm a comedian, but I just don't think it's what people would expect. It'd just be me talking about the Muppets for 6 hours.
But
Might be
isn't
funny,
that-
though.
Isn't that good?
It's well, if you're as passionate about the Muppets as I am, then
You're a big
it'd be
Muppet guy?
great. Yeah.
Your Kermit must be fucking deadly.
It's not so much the impressions, it's just I'm very
He knows their ethos. Like,
Yeah,
he knows them
yeah.
so well.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be like the Muppets haven't been the same since Jim Henson passed.
You know what
I also
Kermit's
would become-
motivation is? Miss
Well, do you want to get into Kermit right now?
Sure.
Piggy. Yeah.
So Kermit was originally like not so much of a stable force in the Muppets.
He was like,
But what happened is after Jim Henson tragically passed away, the first Muppet project after his death was Muppet Christmas Carol, which people still regard as like the best Christmas movie, the best Muppet movie. And so that's where Steve Whitmire takes over as Kermit. And it was that transition was sort of like allegedly like ordained by Jim Henson before
Okay,
his
he
passing.
set
He's
it
like,
up. He
someday
was
I'm
the
not going to be able to do
successor.
this. And so this is Steve's first chance to do it. And it's obviously such a great movie. Didn't do well in the theaters. It was just supposed to be straight to television. But Disney's like, no, we're going to distribute that, bro. And it's going to be good. Didn't do so well in theaters. Became big on rentals and stuff like that. And to this day is dearly beloved. But because that first post-Henson Kermit is Bob Cratchit, Kermit now has became this sort of like very like somber, sullen character, like comforting his wife, comforting Tiny Tim.
right.
And that still kind of carried through. Not so much in Muppet Treasure Island, which would be my favorite. But he's still they have him as Captain Smollett in that, right? They don't cast him as Jim Hawkins.
Okay.
They have that be one of the human cast members. So now Kermit is still just sort of this stable. He's the leader, and then you carry that through into Muppets from Space, and then all the way up through The Muppets and Muppets Most Wanted. Kermit is one who's kind of like, it's going to be okay, everyone. Like,
Yeah.
all right, if we just stick together. But back in the Muppet Show days, he was like pulling pranks.
He
was
more
like
Homer
he would
Simpson.
like tricking people and
Like
like
Bart Simpson.
Okay.
yeah, well, not completely juvenile, but like he would like have these like freakouts, and he would like mess with people, and there was wordplay, and they kind of got away from that.
Bugs Bunny-ish.
Yeah, a little bit more like in the Bugs Bunny territory, and then he just kind of became. So now people associate what they think of as Kermit with actually Steve Whitmire's portrayal, and even Steve Whitmire's voice. So now when people compare the new Kermit to Steve Whitmire, because Steve got fired, they're like, well, you're not even comparing it to Jim Henson anymore, because people like me like grew up watching the kind of new like resurgence of the Muppets through the 90s and early 2000s. So even people's concept of what Kermit is or was is a bit skewed by just like Treasure Island and
Muppets
Christmas
in Space.
Carol,
Muppets
Muppets from
Most
Space.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this: are there many people with Muppets autism?
What I think we're discovering about the autism spectrum is everybody is autistic about certain
thing,
things.
yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
if we want to talk Nintendo, if we want to talk
Oh, yeah.
Muppets, we want to talk Weird Al, like I will be high functioning,
Right.
but we can go deep. You know what I mean?
Explicitly
It's-
verbal.
Yeah.
It's 100%. Like you get into certain topics and you're just like, I'm just gonna go off on this. I catch myself sometimes. It's
So
bad.
Kermit pulled pranks? Was he like he's like the Johnny Knoxville of the Muppets?
Not pranks like that, but like he was also like the stage
Welcome to the
manager.
Muppets. I
So
can't do
like
him, but-
he would like there was just more. He was more chaotic.
Okay.
He was more chaotic because Jim Henson's whole approach to it was like puppetry doesn't have to be lame. Because up until Jim Henson, like the only real puppetry you got was like ventriloquists, like Charlie. Was Charlie McCarthy? Is that his name?
I don't know.
And then
You don't know Charlie McCarthy?
and then marionettes. Like
Right.
that was, but then he comes along and now he's making like, they're made of fleece and they've got colorful noses and they've got colorful eyelids and ping pong ball eyes and so much personality. Like Rolf was one of the first ones he made.
Jim Henson would love AI.
Well,
No, he would hate it.
you know, there's just a young guy out there watching Muppets going, this is pretty awesome, but imagine if they were racist. And then Jeff Dunham, baby, grows
Jeff
up.
Dunham,
Then
yep.
Jeff
Jeff Dunham
Dunham.
grows up and gets to go with a little Arabian doll.
Yeah, you guys like the Muppets. I like Fraggle Rock. I'm way cooler. Isn't that like
I don't think
It's
you
also
do
Jim
like
Henson,
that.
though. That's
I
also
know,
a
I
Henson
know.
project.
Yeah, but it's like isn't that like the more hardcore Muppets?
Hardcore in what way?
Just they're basically fraggling a lot.
Uh-oh, what does that mean?
Well, the other
I
thing
don't
is, if you look at early Sesame Street,
Yeah.
like from like it started in 60,
I have, by the way.
69, I think.
Yeah.
But you watch some of those early sketches,
Yeah.
they're funny.
Yeah.
Like they're genuinely funny, and there's like a chaotic, very like Monty Python, like Saturday Night Live quality to those early sketches. With like Kermit used to make a lot of appearances, and you know, there'd be like there's a really funny one with Kermit's like in his house, just like by the fire, and there's a blizzard outside, and Grover keeps coming to the door, being like, "I am so cold, please let me inside." And then he lets him in, and he's like, he stands aside for like 10 seconds, and he's like, "Ah, much better." And then he goes outside, and he keeps coming back in. Like, it just keeps getting funnier. They would just do sketches like that. But Sesame Street now is like everything is shot in front of a green screen.
Yeah.
It's all like short, quick, like really overstimulating
Dude, I
things.
saw the first like burst, like a flower like exploded and then it went into a new scene. I was like, whoa. Felt like
used to
a
be a
guy
lot-
watching Star Wars for the first
It
time,
used
like
to
an
be a
80-year-old.
lot slower and more like subversive. Like it really was like, wow, this is clever, funny stuff. And it was really, because it was PBS, it was made to be like representative of people who couldn't afford like cable. Like, so it was like a relatively downtrodden neighborhood with like regular kids and tons of representation.
Yeah.
Like there was never black and Asian kids on TV shows in 1969. Very, very few. And so they're like, this is a normal neighborhood.
Yeah.
Mr. Hooper, like this is and now it's just all.
There is a friggin' vampire that lives there, though. That's kind of crazy.
But he
That's not-
teaches you how to count, unlike real vampires, which don't teach you anything.
I guess not. They teach you how to suck.
They teach you how to consume hemoglobin. So
Yeah, I guess being fat would be another one.
right,
That'd be one of
There
my
is
big
an injection
failures.
for that, though. There is one right now you can get.
What if Sesame Street Cookie Monster was announcing that Robert F. Kennedy was just shot? We need cookies. Because that's all he cares about.
You already did that on the show before.
I don't think I've ever done my Cookie Monster on the show, but I'm just trying to impress Mark, man.
I was really, really impressed.
Like he's got his cool shirt on.
It reminds me of
Just chilling.
the bus seats in Burlington.
It does. Pull those up.
Damn, that's a crazy pull, Tim.
Only a guy who rides the bus a lot would pull it, too.
Damn, it really reminds me of the gutters.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in the gutters.
Dude, reminds
My
me of this
way.
thing in this basement where I used to crash. This guy had a poster looking just like that.
What are some of your guys's
Fixations.
not fixations, but influences,
Okay.
comedically or whatever? Because Muppets for me,
Yeah.
like it's all stuff that my dad showed me. So my dad would pick up VHS tapes like on sale or DVDs on sale
Mhm.
from like the bargain bin at Blockbuster, or there used to be this place called Video Flix in North Toronto, and that's like he would show us like obviously Looney Tunes
Yeah.
and Three Stooges, big Three Stooges.
Yeah, for sure.
Ernest. My dad thought Jim Varney was hilarious, and so he would buy us all the Ernest movies. And I
hated
still,
Ernest.
Really,
Yeah.
I loved it, but dude, that
Ernest.
Halloween one was so scary. I'll get scared.
The Halloween
it's
one was
pretty
scary.
creepy for kids.
I get scared if I watch it now.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
And
original
also-
Ernest shorts?
I
Have you
do.
seen the original
It's
Ernest
scary.
commercials?
No,
Do you know where the character comes from?
is a commercial guy? He's like a Jared.
He did like 1 billion commercials for just wherever he grew up, the Midwest or whatever, like local grocery stores. And so on their like just local cable, he would be on there. Like literally, it's as if like Highland Farms just
Yeah.
had like a comedian doing. So he'd be like, "Come on down, we're getting like whatever, Annie Ann's Donuts. And he would just do like these little shorts.
Really?
And you can see the outtakes on YouTube, and they're so good. And then I think the first like Ernest movie wasn't really a movie, but like I think he goes to Disney World.
Okay.
And it was like a parks promotion thing.
It's like
But it was he's so funny. Like he was a stand-up comedian. He's like best friends with Robin Williams. So they basically were like, this character, like there's something here. Like he's funny. And then the very first one I think is Ernest Goes to Camp.
Okay.
His faces were always good. He made a great face.
And the voices.
Yeah.
But for me, it was a bit too.
Talking like an American war god. That was my favorite.
You liked Ernest.
The thing that's
I
so
love
great
him.
about Ernest
He's
is
really good.
it's a bit of that like he's like a man child.
Yes.
So like kids, it's like simple clowning in a way.
That's why
Where,
I
like
didn't
kids
like
love
about
to
it.
see him walk into a bank and not know how anything works and screw everything up. But then you watch it as an adult and you're
he
like,
clicks a pen and the pen shoots out and he goes.
oh, in the Ernest Goes to Jail.
Does that happen? I don't know.
He's in the jury. He's on the jury, and he's like biting his pen while he's listening, and then the pen breaks, and he just keeps wiping it, and it's like by the end he's like completely covered in ink, and he's like, it's so good.
Ernest does blackface accidentally. He's like, uh-oh.
I think the thing that I didn't like about him was I was like, this guy's playing to kids, and I'm too smart for this guy. I like highbrow comedy,
Right.
and this guy's playing down to me. That's what I always
Yeah,
felt.
what's
like.
the highbrow comedy?
Dangerfield.
that you-
I like Dangerfield,
Rodney
but
Dangerfield.
like we're talking about when I was a kid.
yeah.
The big one would have been The Simpsons. That's the first thing that broke me.
Oh, like when
away.
you're like 8.
Yeah.
You're already yeah.
Yeah, The Simpsons, and then I would do early 90s Saturday Night Live. So I would record them all and then watch them. And then CJ's influences are just what I forced him to watch.
No.
Okay, here's a question I'd like to ask people who are comedy fans.
Yeah.
When's if you can remember even, the first time you watched something that was like just a little bit above your clearance level, like a little bit above your pay grade, where you're like, I know that's funny, but I don't quite get it, but I know it's funny.
We've talked about it on the show a bunch. I have.
Oh, okay.
Mine.
Go, you do
I have
yours.
one.
It might be the same. It's when Ace Ventura saves that lady's dog at the start of the movie,
Okay.
and then he puts his hands up on the thing and he starts dancing funny. That's what
He's
I thought he
getting
was
blown.
doing. He's getting sucked off by the lady at the
But
start.
we don't know.
She goes, "Heck, I'll pay for this another one." She's got huge boobs, and she goes down, and then he holds onto a railing and goes, "What a nice place you got here," or something like he says something silly.
But there was a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Anything back, even The Simpsons, for example, like they would always have stuff, or Seinfeld would have stuff. I don't know, like the contest. I have no idea what they're talking
Well,
about.
I'm not even so much. I guess I'm not talking about so much like it was. You knew it was dirty or something. I mean, like for me, it was seeing either SCTV or Kids in the Hall on Comedy Network, and I'd just be like, I don't get it. But I also
I
knew
see.
that it was smarter than me.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it. I'm like, what? I don't. What's? And then you realize it was just all like,
Oh, mine was The Office. My friend, this dude Jordan Coles, his parents were watching The Office, and I saw Steve Carell. I was in like grade 5 or 6. I was like, I don't get it. But he was moving around really funny, and they were dying. They both worked in
yeah. You're like,
offices.
why are they laughing?
They're like, this is so true. We do that with the printer. Like, they're like dying. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's a guy in an office. Why is this funny? But
Right.
it was like the juxtaposition of real life.
Mine
And,
was Spaceballs. I never understood any of like the Jewish jokes, like Druidia,
Yeah.
any of that stuff. I watched it when I was older, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like just every 5 minutes, there's like a joke about it, and I just went over my head as a kid.
Anything that's super reference heavy when you're a kid,
Yeah.
you're not going to get any of it. But you know the way that they built the joke. Like, again, The Simpsons would do it all the time where, like, they were heavily referential and they'd do stuff from, like, the 40s.
Right.
I don't know
And you're
why
like-
that's funny, but the way they built that joke, it's clearly meant to be funny, and you just associate with funny naturally.
Yeah, that would happen for me on watching In Living Color.
Yeah.
Because I'd watch because I love Jim Carrey. But then there's all this stuff that I'm like, I just don't know what's happening.
I didn't understand that show either, but for different reasons. I was like, what is this? I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, you never
'Cause there's-
Because you're white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but but same
How
thing.
they moving like that?
Well, no, it's more like, oh, this is like referencing cultural things that don't mean anything to me.
Right.
And then you get older and you can put it together, like what they're actually talking about. And it's like, yeah, I think it's impactful as a young person to like see something and be like, I want to know, like, it's like wanting to get out of the Matrix.
I
You're
didn't
like,
get over
I
it.
want to
though.
know.
I remember being like, I don't get it, so that means this sucks.
Yeah.
And I think I'm still a lot like that.
Did you ever come around on something that you're like, I never
The
got
Office?
this?
Yeah.
And then eventually,
I watch now. I'm like, yeah, we do that. That's how.
Mine's a crazy one.
He sent the email to everyone, and
The
then he
Office
shouldn't
was
have.
one for me in that I remember my friend was watching it. He had like the DVDs, or he had pirated them, and was watching them on like his Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was only, it came out 2004?
Yeah, that's when it started.
2004. Okay, so yeah, like I'm 13. And I just remember thinking, like, this show has no music. Like, it's so quiet. I remember thinking, like, it must be boring because it's not
Jazzed
as
up.
stimulating as I would expect a, quote, comedy to be.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the very thing that makes it good.
Yeah.
Is the fact that it sits in all that realism.
I actually feel like it might kind of suck if it wasn't Steve Carell. I feel like he carried that show.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%.
That's a.
I
easy-
think
that's
to
not
an
a
I
hot
like Greg
take.
Daniels. He's a funny guy, but at the same time, I think that show is just like, but they tried it. You actually got to see what happened when they replaced him.
What was the fucking? Who was the guy who rode Seabiscuit? What was his name? Exactly. Nobody knows. Steve Carell's the
Fuck, I wish I knew
Seabiscuit,
that.
and Greg Daniels the rider guy. He's the Chris
Jockey.
McCarthy.
The jockey, the writer guy.
Yeah.
Mine was a crazy one. Mine was Arrested Development.
Oh, that makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
one. Yeah, I was like, I don't like this show at all. And my buddy was trying to get me into it. I'm like, nah, pass. And then I went back and I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. I could have watched this when it was on.
I had that experience when I was in my when I was like 19 or 20, and one of my college professors was showing us, like, we were doing like history of comedy, and he's like showing us different things, and we're watching Arrested Development, and I thought it was funny in that there was stuff I understood, like even with very little context. I was like, this is funny, but I was like, I don't get what's happening.
Yeah.
And then I assumed we were watching like episode 10, and that's why I didn't get it. We were watching the first episode.
Yeah.
But that show doesn't hold your hand. It just goes, yes, there's the narration, which helps with
Yeah.
like just telling you characters' names. But I was like, there's so much happening in this first episode that are all running gags that carry through the entire series.
Call forwards. They invented call
they
forwards.
literally are. There's
Yeah.
from so many things, from like Tobias being gay and
Yeah,
Joe
it's
being
amazing.
a terrible.
Tobias being black.
Tobias being black.
Blue.
Joe being a terrible
People like us.
magician. Like George Michael having a
incredible.
crush on Maybe. Like every character having so many things in that episode. I thought like, oh, for sure, this is like the second season halfway through. And then you find out like, no, if you just watch it from the beginning and keep going, it's just so chaotic.
I
from
think
the
it's the
beginning.
greatest episode of TV ever made. And if you actually
The first
see-
episode.
yeah. And if
Yeah.
you see Mitch Hurwitz, like there's a great picture of him with his whiteboard, and it looks like that Charlie Day in It's Always
Pepe
Sunny,
Sylvia.
where all the chords are connecting, and like he was like. I think he wrote for Ellen for a long time, and like he was in like a lot of sitcoms. So he came up from like old school sitcoms, but he's like, I'm gonna make this new thing, and people fucking hated that show.
Yeah.
But it was so good.
The inception of that show
So
was the which one? The Lehman Brothers, one of the big banks, one of the big
Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or something.
one of the big in the financial world, there was one of those big collapses. And so someone at Fox was like, we want to do something that's like in that realm of like the rich people, like
housing
a fall from
crisis.
grace,
Yeah.
like going down. And then that's why the show is shot like a documentary. Like it's not really it's not, there's no talking heads to the camera. But when you watch the show, a lot of times the camera is like behind stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's just behind a pole and it's kind of coming out and it's far away. It's not always just close. And
It's like following.
it's always kind of handheld, and like there's like these big zooms, and like it's like you're just kind of observing.
Yeah.
It's so good.
The thing even the name of that show is a triple entendre. It's Arrested Development.
Yeah.
He gets arrested. They do development.
They're a real estate developer.
and their family is in Arrested Development. Like that's amazing to think of those three things. You're like, I can't even think of. Every time I'm writing something, I'm always throwing back to the pilot episode of that show.
Yeah,
And
it's
you're-
the best pilot ever.
You're just a
It's the best-
14-year-old on MySpace like, this show sucks.
I just remember being like, this show sucks. I didn't like one of the characters or something. I was like, this guy's annoying. It's like, oh, it's so good, man.
Do you remember the first time you saw something? This is kind of the opposite question now. That you're just like, it was so funny that you realized you had never really seen something truly funny. I'll explain, but I and watched Looney Tunes and
Yeah.
Three Stooges or any just things that are on TV, and you're like, this is funny, like it's funny. But was I ever laughing like watching TV as a 9-year-old? No.
Right.
But then I remember, I think it was probably like seeing Shrek in 2000. I'm
late?
9 years
Wow.
old.
That late.
I think so. Where you're like, you laugh with
guess
your
that-
friends more than you ever laughed at TV.
Okay.
And then when I saw Shrek, and I was like, even though you couldn't articulate it as a 9-year-old, it's like, oh, this is the opposite of a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
There's no musical numbers the way that Disney does. They're pop songs. What? And there's farts. What? And people are mean to each other. What?
Eddie
And
Murphy.
like, just I saw it 3 times, like 3 different birthday parties.
Yeah.
Probably saw it like 2 weeks apart, like because people just kept going to it, and
Mine
I was
would
like,
be
I
The
don't think I've ever
Mask.
laughed like this at a movie, like because no movie for kids
No, yeah,
was
for kids, for
actually
sure.
funny. Like-
did your parents gatekeep like adult movies? Because ours did. They would not let us watch anything like
I watched some good
PG-13.
ones. Oh, I
Yeah,
got
like
off
I
of
never
that.
saw Austin Powers when I was like 7, but like when I was in like elementary
Okay.
school, kids had watched Austin Powers,
was
and
probably
my
that old.
parents had
We watched Austin
let us
Powers.
watch that.
It was good too.
Mine
What was
would be
yours?
The Mask.
The
When
Mask?
we were at that trailer, we watched The Mask probably 20 times in like a weekend.
We laughed out
Yeah,
loud
that'd be
a lot.
another
and
one.
it was like the funniest thing ever. And then the next one would be The Hangover when I was like in grade 9 and I went to go see The Hangover with my friends. And that was like the raunchiness level was so high that was like, oh my God, is this what life will be like? Like it's so like an Asian guy chases you down and he's naked and it attacks
Well, it happens
you.
to you constantly.
Now it does. I realize.
But it's a rewiring of your brain, I think. It's
I
where
have
you
too,
realize,
yeah.
oh, I have never really seen. I guess it's kind of like this first time you see like a mountain in a way, where you're like, oh, like I've been to like I've swam in a lake
Yeah.
and I've walked through a ravine in the forest with my parents, and then you go somewhere and you're like, oh, right, yeah, like this is so much bigger than anything that
Yeah.
I've ever seen
going
before.
to a new country.
It's
and
like
seeing-
describing the color orange to somebody before they've seen it. Like you just can't.
Yeah, you're like, well, it's like not quite red, it's not quite yellow. Yeah. What was yours?
Mine is actually also The Hangover, which is crazy. But that's the first time I ever got baked and watched a movie. And I
Oh,
was
that's
in the
gonna be a big
theaters watching The
differentiator.
Hangover, and that blew my mind. But and then you'd go back and watch The Hangover now, and it hasn't aged as well as like a Superbad.
Well, that's a scene in that Nirvana, the band, the movie.
Oh, really?
Borat.
He doesn't realize that he's traveled back in time. No, he goes to see The Hangover,
Oh,
and they do paging Dr. F,
okay.
and everyone in the theater howls laughing, and they cry. And he goes, "What's going on?" He doesn't understand. He's like, and that's when he realizes that he's traveled in time.
But
It's-
Borat too. Borat, you mentioned that was another one. I was like, this.
Oh, yeah.
But you go back and watch it, and then there's this episode of The Simpsons that I always remember, where they're passing notes in class, and the bully gets what's his name?
Martin.
No, not Martin. Nelson. Nelson gets a note and it just says, "Guess who likes you?" And he turns back and he looks at Milhouse, and Milhouse goes, because he thinks he's passing a different note. And then it just cuts to an ambulance coming. And I just remember my dad laughing so hard, and I spat my ginger ale all over the
You
room.
knew what you were drinking. You
Yeah,
remember?
I was drinking Canada Dry, man. I was like, that's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And like, yeah, so
The hardest I ever laughed,
Oh,
like
man.
probably in my life, and like it's almost like they say, they say like if like the first time you do like crystal meth, it burns your brain. It's like you can't it fries your brain. You can't ever get that again.
yeah.
For me, that was the first time I saw Kung Pao.
Oh, yeah.
really?
Oh my gosh, have you guys all seen Kung Pao?
Yeah.
It was, I think it was one of the first
Is that
times.
Henry Winkler? Is he the guy?
That's
No,
crazy because
no, it's Steve Odekirk.
That the guy who plays the ninja guy?
Yeah, so Steve Odekirk
I
was
was
a
talking-
writer on In Living Color.
Mm.
He wrote Ace Ventura with Jim Carrey, wrote and directed the second one. He created Jimmy Neutron.
Okay.
He's one of the
Hell of a
he's one of the
resume.
best. So he bought the rights to a couple of these old, I think it's Jimmy Wang Wu is the actor, a couple of his movies.
Yeah.
And he's cut them all together to make a semi-coherent movie, but then he has digitally inserted himself as the main character. But for 2001 or whatever year it is it 2001?
I don't know, but I remember
Maybe
walking
But
by it at Blockbuster.
It's
and being
like
what is
flawless. Like they shot him on a green screen, and like he matches the movements perfectly. And then they also shoot some new scenes with an actor who looks like Jimmy Wang Wu, so they could have like a little bit more structure to the story. And then he dubs all the characters poorly and intentionally poorly. None of the lips match. And it was like one of the early times where me and my brother were home alone. And so we got to just go pick a movie and order a pizza. And we were like heaving, crying, laughing at this movie. And like the next day, made my older brother watch it. Later that afternoon, made my dad watch it before we had to take it back.
Yeah.
Because I've just never laughed that hard in my life. This movie, it's so preposterous. There's so many quotes from it. And
I remember that actually. I remember when his
he
tongue
also
comes down the
made
faces on it.
so
Annoying
Steve Odekirk
orange.
also made a bunch of movies. Have you seen the Thumb movies?
No.
Oh my gosh. So same thing. They're these like 25-minute parody movies. There's Thumb Wars, The Phantom Cuticle, The God Thumb, The Blair Thumb Project, Bat Thumb, there's a Franken Thumb, Thumbtanic.
Dude, he just looks like Henry Winkler.
I know. I always thought it was
Yeah,
him. You
that's
blew me
crazy.
away when you told me it's a different guy. Because I always thought, how did he make himself look so young?
I thought it was Henry Winkler too, man.
I actually think he looks like Kevin Nealon, but anyways.
He does look like him too.
But yeah, like he got super jacked for this movie. Anyways, he's the best. But that movie, I was like, yeah, like 11 or 12, and we watched this movie. No idea what it is. Like, didn't know that it was a movie that he inserted himself into. The whole time we're like,
Oh,
what
really?
is happening? But there's a scene at the beginning when he's a baby. He's the chosen one, and they can tell he's the chosen one because his tongue has a face on it.
Yeah.
And a lady like picks up the baby and goes like, "Oh, baby, so cute," and then just throws him down a mountain. And it's like 3 minutes of him going, and like the doll gets like stuck on a rock, and then goes down again, and then a different lady picks up the baby and goes, "Oh, a baby," and then throws him down the other side of the mountain. I was done.
I love
That
it.
just
I love a
it's
good
so
long
it's
fall.
the stupidest movie ever made. But that like
I love you ever
that
heard
was
of
the
Jim Cotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Olympian. They made him. They just like try to make him a superstar. And
There
he
was
just in this movie. It was
a real guy
ridiculous
who was an
movie.
Olympian in the 80s, and they're like, we're going to make a vehicle for you. You're going to go and fight. The movie, you fight a bunch of like Slavic kind of Eastern European guys.
This is real?
Yeah, Jim Cotta, it's called. And he goes and he's like, they're like semi-Asian. They're like Nepalese looking.
Semi-Asian.
Yeah, they look like kind of like Sherpas.
Like Kazakhstanis. What year is this movie from, by the way?
1985.
Oh, man.
This is a poll.
the United States government.
You should be doing this.
So this guy's a real Olympian. He's a gymnast.
Doing a handstand up the stairs.
Doing a box horse and fighting somebody.
Why is there a box horse in the middle of the town
That's
square?
crazy.
Jim Cotta.
Jim Cotta.
Oh, I love his haircut. Podcasting is a sponsorship game, and we're in the game to play. And if you're playing the game, game it out on the line. Play it online where the players play. The players game and the players play games on MyBookie.ag. Use promo code BISHOP. That's BISHOP on MyBookie.ag for a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000. $1,000, CJ. That's great. Please use the code. Please use code BISHOP on MyBookie.ag. Go to it right now. Put down your newborn and put in Bishop, BISHOP, into MyBookie, and then put your money in. Please put the money in.
You know, we've really gotten away from this idea of studios just like taking a chance on like, we'll just see if we can make this person, like when Shaq was in like the movie Steel,
Yeah.
where they're like, maybe Shaq could be a, you know, like,
I agree. The guy's 7
well,
foot
O.J.
whatever.
Simpson was in The Naked Gun. Maybe Michael Jordan could do a movie with Bugs Bunny.
That must have happened with The Rock, and he's the biggest movie star ever now.
Yeah.
And one of the worst actors on the planet.
Listen, Walking Tall, he's pretty good in that movie. I'll give him his credit.
Honestly, the
Have you seen that
rundown
movie?
is decent.
Those are both good.
Rundown's not
I
bad.
mix them up a lot of the time. Rundown
I think
is with
that's the one you're
Stifler.
thinking of.
Walking Tall's good.
It's
it has
okay.
it has he goes in. I think he uses a 2x4 in both of them, doesn't he?
Maybe.
There's one where he uses a 2x4 as a weapon. It's fantastic.
The
It's
Rock's best
unbelievable.
performance is in Get Smart.
That
He's
is
like
good,
he's
yeah.
kind of like the secondary character who, and the twist is he's the bad guy.
That is good.
That's the best use of a wrestler, I think, in a movie. You can't make him the main guy.
Batista's been good. He's a good actor for what he's done.
yeah,
Blade
I think
Runner.
John Cena's probably the best in terms of like actually being able to act.
I don't
you
know.
can-
I like Batista.
You watch Peacemaker?
I've seen it. I think John Cena's a little bit campy. You know, I think Batista can play a straight role.
You see Ricky Stenicki?
He was great in that. That's a great movie, by the
But
way.
like Hulk Hogan was terrible. Like he was never
He
even
was the worst.
a little bit good, except for his cameo in Muppets.
He was also okay in Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain.
Three Ninjas.
Well,
Yeah,
that Lonnie Anderson
I-
stole the show.
Dude,
for
it's
me.
just so hot. I made we were hammered one night in Austin
Yeah.
and I made Tim watch like the first. I think I fell asleep 5 minutes in.
I watched
but I was like, we
You
gotta
watched the
watch.
whole movie?
most of it.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
I,
Did you ever watch the Three Ninjas movies?
No.
We used to watch a lot of that
Fascinating.
stuff in like Power Rangers, and then we would want to like karate chop kids at school.
Mm-hmm.
I got banned from watching Power Rangers actually in kindergarten because I brought a Bissell handle to school and started hitting kids with it.
yeah, like a bow
Because
staff.
I was like, I'm a Megazord.
The story is there's 3 white children
Yeah.
whose white mother drops them off at her full Asian father's house, so their grandpa. And
Oh,
these
this is
three
Three
kids,
Ninjas. Yeah.
But the mother is not.
The mother
mixed.
is fully white.
Yeah.
She's not mixed at
Was
all.
she adopted?
No. It's
No,
supposed
you
to be
were
her
my.
dad.
He actually says, "I remember the day you were born, and we did a DNA test. I am your dad." It's crazy. It's actually nuts. The dad is fully like doing like Japanese, like,
He's clearly a rip of Mr. Miyagi. He's like, you are my grandchildren.
and his eyes are all messed up. Oh, you must learn.
Have you ever
Like,
seen?
kill
Have you ever
guys.
seen clips from Tea House of the August Moon?
I've never heard of it.
You are not prepared for Marlon Brando
My favorite thing
to be
about
playing
these,
a Japanese man.
Oh, I've definitely seen stills of
Oh,
this.
is
It
it where
is-
he?
Psychotic.
Yeah. But that's what they used to do all the time until like 1985.
You mentioned Three Stooges.
Oh, yeah.
No black guys in that.
Yeah, it's all
But
black.
there are some black characters.
and it's all.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah. There's a lot.
No
of it.
Sometimes they'll have an Asian guy play a Native American, but that would be the extent of it.
Well, usually it was Italians playing the name.
Yeah, yeah.
Spaghetti Western kind of.
Just do Marlon Brando in this movie. Just search Marlon Brando in this movie, just to see what he looks like.
One of my favorite jokes ever is from the Three Stooges, where Mo is the. It's such a short clip. It's like 7 seconds. He walks up to the front door. Knock knock.
Is that Marlon Brando?
Yeah,
Oh my
it's awful.
God.
I've never
It's
seen
awful.
It looks like from
It's as
Atlas,
bad as Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's as bad.
Oh
as-
it
my
looks like the guy from
God.
Cloud Atlas. They did that to him too.
that. Dude, it looks like the guy, and I think you should leave. Who says, "I don't want to be here anymore."
Carmen, yeah.
I don't want to be here anymore. That's crazy. That
Mo
they did
walks up to
that.
the door and he knocks.
Yeah.
Guy opens the door and he goes. And Mo goes, "Census taker, are you married or happy?" And then immediately you hear from inside the house, "Henry!" And then the man, without even looking, ducks, and then a potted plant flies out and hits Mo in the face, and he falls off the porch. It's just like all the wife is already mad before the man has answered. It's so. Just look it up. Look up Three Stooges census taker. The whole clip is like 7 seconds. Hello,
My
census taker.
fa-
Are you married or happy? Henry, bang, and he gets hit in the face with a whole like fern.
My favorite one is where Curly's got a light bulb in his mouth, and Mo just goes, "Shut up, Chowderhead," and he goes, "Smash!" and he smashes a light bulb into his mouth, and it explodes inside his mouth.
And it's clearly just a real light bulb.
Here, here.
Volume may turn. Sorry.
Morning, sir.
She was a great big fat person. Man, that fall's crazy. If you saw a guy do that in AEW, you'd be like, "Whoa, he's
It's
hurt."
like an 8-step fall.
And then he gets up and he goes, "Married." Okay. Here's another.
And then what's the pot made of? Is it not just a pot? Do they have breakaway pots then?
They would, yeah. Oh yeah, they had breakaway glass, but it would be like sometimes for that stuff they would make it out of like chocolate.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? And then they'd ADR the sound.
I'm just worried
Yeah.
about the flash.
Yeah. Oh, they were ADRing sound back then. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's ADR.
Because they have to add in all of the like when they get hit in the head, all the bonk.
Yeah, I guess so.
Clang.
Yeah, I'm so immersed. I'm like, no, that noise
It
happened.
actually goes boing when he hits him in the eyes. It's crazy. It makes that boing sound when he gets poked in the eyes.
I saw a like a TikTok video or whatever where the guy was like, "What's the oldest song that you could release it today?" And production-wise, style-wise, you could go like, "Oh, that's," and so people are like naming songs like from like 1968. And you listen to it, you're like, "That literally sounds like it could come out today." Same thing for comedy. What's the oldest thing you could see where you're like, it feels like it was written by like a subversive comic now? Do you know what I'm saying?
The oldest thing I'll laugh at is the Three Stooges, and I've done older stuff. Like I'm not gonna laugh at Charlie Chaplin or Buster Keaton.
No.
I'll laugh.
I'm not gonna laugh at.
But there's
I'll
Looney
laugh.
Tunes stuff from the 30s that is literally as ironic and
There's Buster
subversive.
Keaton stuff that'll
What's
make me
the
laugh.
first Three Stooges? What year is that? 27.
I think
No,
it's
no, no.
1929. And it's woman.
Three Stooges.
The woman
It's
hater
Woman
bit.
Haters.
Look up woman haters.
not
Three
1929?
Stooges.
One where they're on the train.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
That's-
39.
I don't think it's 20.
No, it's definitely not 30.
1934.
34.
34 still. Wow.
That's the first thing. Or Duck Soup, which came out the year before, I think.
That's
Marx Brothers.
Marx Brothers. Yeah.
I've like, I'm not gonna like howl at it, but I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like they're funny. The Marx Brothers are clearly funny.
But I'm not talking about just it's funny. I'm talking like it still
It
looks
holds
like
up?
it could have just been written today. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think because these guys can get away with so much. It's like you almost are like, this couldn't be written today. You couldn't do this bit, this woman haters bit. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny, but nobody's gonna have the balls to do that bit right now.
Right.
There's no like maybe like
How-
Do you know?
Williams would-
Do you know the premise of it? How they have their pins? They join the Woman Haters Club.
they join this
I
club.
don't remember it. I've seen
yeah,
it, but
it's
I
the
don't
Woman
remember.
Haters Club, and you get a pin, and they all commit. We're gonna hate women and not like be in love with anybody, and then obviously a gorgeous woman comes on, and they're all immediately like trying to get out of the woman haters,
Yeah.
but the other ones are trying to pull them back in. It's amazing. It's so funny.
But I'm talking about in terms of the style of the performance
Yeah.
and the writing. Does it look like something that could come out in 2026?
No, and that's
That's
an
what I'm asking,
indictment of
though.
2026.
What could? What would?
What? No. What?
It's
like-
an indictment of 2026 that like that you couldn't release something like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? No, you couldn't.
Yeah, you
wouldn't
could.
do it. Nobody's gonna make it. I guess you could try, but nobody acts like that anyways. Nobody's over the top like that anymore.
Right. So that's my question.
That's
is
what I
what's
mean.
So what?
So
date
what's
can
what's the
you find
oldest
something?
thing that you could watch and be like, this feels like a modern
Mid
sense of writing?
2000s, mid 2000s, maybe even late 2000s. I don't know anything before
You
that.
can't watch stuff from the 80s because guys will be like, "This guy's a gay retard." And
Yeah,
then
they'll
it's
say
boom,
whatever
it's
they
done.
want.
You
Exactly.
I guess what I'm saying
the
is,
language
like-
always takes you out of it for
Mhm.
sure. The way people act, the way people talk, it's totally different. It changes. Like people act like we're in some kind of like lack of a cult. There's like this cultural continuum that's happened since the mid 2000s, and nothing's changed. Like you can go back and look at the 90s. It's very distinct music, distinct look, like everything
Yeah.
comedy, everything's different. 80s, same thing. 70s, 60s, and then people are like, after the internet, it's a monoculture and nothing's really changed. But I don't think so. I think once you have perspective, you can look back on the past decades. Like I feel like now I can actually look back on the 2010s and be like, oh, it's actually a lot different than it is now. And then the same thing about the 2000s.
Sure.
You thought that was just modernity. You thought like people are going to dress like this forever and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But
Everyone's gonna talk like this.
now, yeah. I don't know.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is like when we watch like The Honeymooners, 1955 or whatever year it is, 52 or something.
Yeah.
It's still genuinely really funny,
Honeymooners is hilarious.
but it doesn't feel like it's from now. But but things like Looney Tunes feel like it was made by animators from 1998 in
Yeah,
terms
true.
of the style of writing, the types of jokes, like even though it can be from the 30s and 40s. Like
mine would be Recess. You know the show Recess?
heck yeah,
Because they got
one of the best.
black guy in the crew,
Yeah.
women, fat guy.
You're saying just because of the inclusion.
Little military
It's super
guy.
inclusive.
Yeah.
And
Hey Arnold is the same way.
yeah, and the stuff they talk about outside of cell phones and everything is all still the same thing. Trading cards, having a trading card craze at school.
Yeah, I guess
Kids
so.
going nuts about it.
Yeah, but they don't have the cell phones. Like it's totally
Yeah.
different with the kids now. And like same
yeah,
thing
but
with the
kids in
honeymooners.
grade 4 don't have cell phones either.
That's what
I'm
I
sure
mean.
there would be a bad kid that would have one, and you would, if there was a new recess, you'd write that a bad kid has a
Hustler
cell
kid,
phone.
yeah.
I got to go talk to the bad kid. He's got the cell phone.
Have you ever seen Roger Ramjet?
No.
Okay, these are little shorts from the 60s,
Okay.
and they literally look like they would be on Adult Swim today.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they're like 4 minutes
yeah.
long. They're the cheapest animation ever, but the
Why did Tim just
Why
react
do you say it like
Dude,
that?
Just
I
watch
I
two-
unlocked like a memory just
watch
now.
2 seconds of
Oh
this
yeah,
like an Asian schoolboy?
because they used to show these on Teletoon.
Oh, I know the answer.
But just watch, like, listen to like the rhythm of the dialogue. Just skip the intro. Skip ahead like 30.
too loud. Turn it down a
It's
little
super loud.
bit. Turn it down, please. This is very 60s.
Did you attack him?
I've never seen this.
But doesn't this look like it's from 1995?
Yeah, but that's because they would play these for stoners at like 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is like the exact same style as like Space Ghost.
Like Rocky
You
Bullwinkle?
know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're ripping it off. They're ripping this off. Space Ghost and all those shows were ripping off the 60s stuff because it was cool. That was 30 years ago. It was like it's like ripping off something from the 90s
I see what you mean.
now.
It's for a burnout to be like, I remember that,
Yeah.
man. When I was a kid.
Not even when I was a kid. It's just like they're watching it ironically
Right?
because they're baked. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning and there's no computers. Like computers used to go off.
You
at
can't
1
watch
o'clock in the
top
morning.
100 MLB blunders.
Oh yeah, I watched that the other day. It was amazing.
I think old South Park kind of holds up.
No, not at all.
What season?
Like season 3.
Like when he kills that kid's parents and feeds them the chili, that holds up. That could
Make
be a
Love, Not
South Park.
Warcraft. That's
Well, that one.
That's when it was
That's
good.
the best ep of all time.
Yeah, that's when it was good. South Park got good in like 05, 06, 07 era.
Did you ever play online video games?
No.
No.
I just have like friends that I can sit with.
You like Nintendo? Is that your big one?
Yeah.
What games?
Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, that was. I didn't like that game actually.
Can you do? I don't want to put you on the spot, but can you do banjo voice? He's got a pretty unique sound to him.
Well, he doesn't talk.
He
just
has a
kinda-
language.
Well, I love the way that Grant Kirkhope did the like every single character, item, object, entity in that game has a unique voice, which is made up of like a bunch of short audio samples.
Yeah.
So like, and then they like adjust the pitch and like as they talk, it's like
change the frequency.
Yeah. No, I don't have a banjo in my back pocket, but
But that was if you could pick one N64 game, you're picking Banjo.
oh yeah, by far.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
wow. Dude,
Yeah.
that game would make me so mad back in the day. I couldn't get through anything. Did you play the one where you can make cars?
Oh, nuts and bolts.
Oh man,
no,
it was
that's the
awesome.
no, that's after Microsoft bought Rare.
That was a great
Ju-
game.
no.
That was so fun.
Kazooie
You
and
could
Tooie, where
customize
it's
your
at.
own car, and you can make a cool, crazy car.
I don't remember
and
that.
drive
at all.
around. You play that? Tim definitely played that.
At my
I liked
friend's
Ratchet
house,
and
I didn't know
Clank.
it.
Oh, that was a friend's house game. You remember that?
That's on
Going to-
PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
You go over to a
PS2.
friend's house, and they have a game you don't have. And you're like,
Well, yeah, like I had a friend who had a PlayStation and I had an N64, so like we played like Ape Escape on his, and Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. Never had any of those. And he'd come to my place and he, GoldenEye and
you ever play Pokemon Snap?
heck yeah, recently too. Like
Did you play the new one, or you're
no,
an
I
OG
just busted
head?
out the old one because I refused to pay $90 for a game.
Is that what it
How
is now?
much it is?
Yeah,
That's
Switch
insane.
games are, the Switch 2 games are like $115.
And you don't even own them. You don't
What?
even technically own them. So they want to prevent like resellers and stuff or downloading, so you can lose the game if you like don't play it long enough.
Yeah, we
For
talked.
some Switch 2 games.
I don't
Yeah,
like
it's insane.
digital
That's on-
downloads at all because I
crazy.
like to like lend something to my brother or borrow something or resell it later. Like a digital download you don't own because it has no value.
Yeah.
If Amazon loses the license to a movie that you bought off of them,
Yeah, you don't have it anymore.
Get it.
Remember that happened to people like they're if they had a I know you can always get a different computer, but it's like Apple made like basically no games from Steam work anymore. So if you had like a really good Mac and you had like 1,000 games and then they all just stopped working.
Everything, yeah, it's horrible.
Or like people who had bought shows and stuff like on their Xbox 360 from live. And then once that stuff is not like supported or they lose the license, like you said, then your entire library just doesn't exist.
It is annoying though. Like I was like, I'm gonna buy all the Simpsons on DVD, and then you're like, it ends, and you gotta put one
do it,
back,
man.
and you forget to
I
put
got
the
the
disc
Hey
in.
Arnold box set.
I
dude.
can't do it, man.
Good luck getting season 18.
What?
It's a well-known secret. Simpsons season 18, hyper rare.
What?
$500 for the
No
box
way.
set
Why is
with
it?
Fat Tony on it. I almost said with Kill Tony.
There's
on it.
also an old one where
Why is it so valuable?
Because Fox, it was right as the streaming era was starting, and Fox was planning to stop doing box sets, and so they released like a limited amount because they already had a certain amount ready, but didn't do like a reprint, and so it's like a first edition type thing where there's not a lot of them out there. So
There are so many shows that like you couldn't get for so long. Like
yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle, they never released on DVD because every freaking episode had a pop song in it.
really?
And they're like, we can't. Now, Scrubs, they still released, even though it had lots of pop songs. I forget what show it was. I think it was One Tree Hill or one of those ones. They realized if they just did covers, it was like a 100th of the cost.
Oh.
So they had like the same little
That's a
group
great
do
idea.
like acoustic covers of songs so they could still have that pop familiarity. But it was their version of it versus like, we got to pay $100,000
Yeah.
just to have
And
Wonderwall.
because those songs were getting so expensive in the early 2000s because of media, they started to pick more and more bands. So a bunch of like metal and hardcore bands got on like the OC. Like the Under Oath is in the OC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Did I say the Under Oath?
I was gonna let you slide.
Because I was saying the OC, but that's crazy.
I was gonna let you slide.
the Under
They
Oath
also
band.
didn't. There's just shows that they didn't release on, and there was nowhere to get them. Like 5 or 6 years, maybe even more than that now. 9 years ago, my wife got me the box set of Batman, 1966.
Oh, yeah.
like
Those are hard to
It's-
find anywhere.
and it was never anywhere.
Yeah.
It was like $100. Now you can. I've seen it like around just at like Sunrise Records, but you couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
It didn't exist.
No.
So
No, I have it torn
when
too.
I was so excited because I was like, and the Carol Burnett show, they only ever release like little best of things, but you can't just see, or
Well,
like
is that like SNL? Is SNL they only did best of, or can you watch like?
no, they started releasing box sets for like the 75 through 80, but then there's those Dick Ebersol years where like you can't get any of the Eddie
They're
Murphy
still
stuff.
mad about that.
So what's that?
So it's when Lorne Michaels left the show, they got forced out, and they brought Dick Ebersol in to run it, and that's when it was like Joe Piscopo and Eddie Murphy and like Robert Downey Jr.,
Oh.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, like
Gilbert Gottfried.
but the show
I've
bombed.
never seen any.
Well,
of
no,
Because
it-
they buried it.
really.
Yeah.
It didn't work, I think, in the 80-81 season. Then when Eddie Murphy and
Eddie Murphy,
Joe
yeah.
Piscopo and Eddie Murphy, I think, carried it through.
Yeah.
Then there was some like years where they're like just like get Billy Crystal and Martin Short and all of the guys from Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
And then they
Mid
kinda-
80s, and then by like late 80s, when you get like Dana Carvey and Kevin Nealon and those guys
Right.
started to join it.
Yeah.
Phil Hartman, that's when it gets to the golden years. Like
Then
88 to
Farley.
93 is like for me the best SNL.
Yeah, we came up on a lot of those best of SNLs. That was
Yeah,
the other
I had
big
that's
comic
the
of it.
only SNL I ever saw.
Adam Sandler
was
one.
my friend had best of Will Ferrell, and then I picked up like best of Dana Carvey, Mike Myers, Phil Hartman.
We had them all, but I
Yeah.
lost all the discs, or they got all scratched up.
Yeah.
I have
That's why
so many
streaming's
DVDs.
so much better.
I have so many DVDs. I just got rid of the cases finally,
Oh yeah.
but I have like hundreds in like.
That's all their value though.
You got like a binder?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's harder to find, no? You
No,
need like a
'cause
wall.
I do different binders. I got one that's all like comic book movies, one that's all animated films, one that's all Christmas movies, and then one that's just like comedies, and one that's just like everything else.
This is just Ramjet.
Flipping. This is just Roger Ramjet.
Ramjet.
This one's old karate movies specifically.
This one's just Hulk Hogan films.
Can we, the people have been asking, can we bring back Stephen Hawking?
Who's been asking?
The people on the mean comments.
On the mean comments?
do you read a lot of comments?
On my own videos, I do,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because I want to see what's up.
They're pretty supportive. I've read a lot of your comments. There was one comment on a video that you didn't collab, but we did pretty well on together. And there was one comment that had 17,000 likes about me, and it said, "This guy sucks."
I did like that comment, but
One of
That's more than Madison Square Garden.
when I saw there was 16,999.
comment.
I wanted to round it up just for you.
No, but they want to see the Stephen Hawking without maybe some laughing in the mic. I think was one of the things.
Oh,
That made the clip. You can't. We were talking about. You can't have two baby faces. in a wrestling match.
I agree. That's why it went so crazy viral. But he also does a pretty good damn Stephen Hawking impression.
It's true. I had never heard that. That was crazy.
It blew me away too. I hadn't heard it in 13 years. So people were like, huh, fake laughing. It's like, I'm laughing so hard because it's so funny. Like, you should be. And then people would start to white knight and be like, if you were in that room, you'd be laughing too, buddy.
That was the best. You hate laughter? Someone said. How sad can you be to hate laughter?
The comments are the best part, man. I love comments so badly.
I think people just don't understand how anything works, or like how or not to get into like creative process, but it's like they see the 20-second video and maybe are thinking like they posted this for views.
Yes.
It's like, well, yeah, that's the point, but also like that was like a genuine moment in a basement in Burlington. And when you watch it, you're kind of like, yeah, I guess it could be easy to be like, wow, that's a big reaction, dude. It's not that funny. Because you can't, like, I'm not even saying anything funny. Like,
Right.
so, but that's the
I've known,
nature of social
known
media.
of you so long that I have a context that the viewers don't, where Dave's worked with you a decade ago. He's hyped up in that time since you worked together. We'd see a picture of Stephen Hawking. The new movie was coming out, and he'd go, you know who has a good Stephen Hawking? Mark Edwards. And I go, I don't know who that is.
I would always say
I'm
that,
15. And he'd go, he's got a good one.
Am I older than you?
I'm 32 now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it was just like, and then he's laughing. You never see him laugh that hard, and it's getting me.
That was a rewiring for sure.
Honestly, it probably was.
I swear to God, because
I've never seen him laugh that hard.
I go, okay, impressions are the funniest thing ever. Just as like you rank stuff, it put guy falling down at 2. Guy falling
Guy
down,
getting hit in the balls.
Yeah,
Dude, guy looking to see if the garden hose is still working, then the guy takes his foot off.
yeah. Potted plant smash into guy's face, went down a rank. It was crazy.
Dude, literally like one of the first films ever made. Like when the Edison company was like testing motion pictures.
Yeah.
Was the hose prank.
Oh,
Like
really?
one of the first things on video, other than the woman spinning in the dress or whatever, is like the hose stops working, and then you see the guy holding it, and then the guy looks in the hose and he sprays. Like, comedy is like one of the first things they're like, we got to get this on
That's
video.
crazy. I
So,
didn't realize that.
What if I were to be like, hey, yo, Stephen Hawking, is the hose working? Can you check for me?
Let me just back over the hose with my wheel. Okay. Check to see if maybe there's something stuck in the hose.
It's the wrong hose.
Just check to see if there's something in there.
Okay, I'll have a look real quick. All right. Let me see. Oh, what the? Oh, water's slowly coming out. Okay, now it's spraying on me.
Stephen Hawking's jackass.
yeah. Stephen Hawking introducing a prank.
Jackass is amazing, dude.
This is the high dive prank.
Yo, what's up, man? MTV.
Hey, dude, it's Bam Margera here. I'm here with Stephen Hawking. We're about to go into Phil's room. And we're going to have Stephen Hawking drive over Phil's dick. You're Phil.
Why do I gotta be Phil?
It works.
I'm Steve-O. We're going to put Stephen Hawking on the front of a roller coaster.
Steve-O Hawking.
Steve-O Hawking. Oh my God. Steve-O Hawking.
Hey, dude, we're here right now. We put Steve-O in one of these
Who are you
chairs.
being right now?
I'm Bam Margera.
Oh, you're.
I'm Bam Margera.
That is kind of what he sounds like.
It's pretty
Sort of.
good.
You know
It's
what's really
pretty
funny
good.
is going back and playing
That's like fun.
like Tony Hawk's Underground
Yeah.
on the GameCube,
Yeah.
and just seeing like Bam,
Prime
like-
Bam.
Prime Bam.
Put the bottle down, Bam. Don't do it.
We got Steve.
The voice acting in those games is so bad.
Yeah, there's lots
Oh my
of memes
goodness.
about it.
Is there?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you seen the Spider-Man to the video game voice acting.
Yeah, that's the
Tobey Maguire.
Oh God. There's one where there's a big meme in this Spider-Man game where you have to jump and it's a quick time event, and if you fail, Spider-Man falls and dies.
Okay.
And then it hard cuts to the woman's face who's gonna die, and she goes, "Oh no, I'm gonna die!" And then the building explodes. What? Yeah, and then it's like game over. Try again. Like it's.
Well, and you just know it
Spider-Man.
was
I
like
love
in their
those games.
contracts that like Toby, you got to go and.
He did it. Yeah, he was actually the voice too, right?
No, I know, but I mean, he definitely had to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like, do you want to maybe like they've made an offer? It's like, no, as part of this, you have to go do. The
Well,
video
you know
game.
how it works. You're a voice actor. Do you know how it works with Tom Hanks and all the Toy Story stuff?
Jim Hanks, bro.
His brother does it.
Huh?
Tom
the
Hanks'
toys
brother
and the
does it
video
for the
games.
toys and video games. Hey, I'm Woody. I'm
That's
Tom
amazing.
Hanks.
He probably gets a nice paycheck. Nice
Oh,
to
yeah.
give to your brother a nice paycheck like that.
They also, what's the story from? They're making Forrest Gump. They really wanted to show him like running across America, and the studio's like, no, we can't do that. It's gonna throw the whole production off.
Yeah.
So they dressed Jim Hanks up, and a second crew went and shot him running through like 100 different places.
That's crazy.
Because
That's his brother?
Because Tom Hanks and who's the director again? Barry Sonnenfeld? No.
Wasn't it like
no,
Steven
Ron
Spielberg?
Howard.
I don't know. Was it?
No,
Ron
it's
Howard.
not Ron Howard. Not for Forrest Gump.
Who directed it?
Here's
Whatever.
The,
The
thing.
point is,
Forrest decided
Zemeckis?
he was
Maybe
gonna-
Zemeckis.
Yeah.
They're
probably
like, we
Zemeckis.
can't take them away. It'll take months to do that. So Jim Hanks did it because they're like, it's going to be so important to see him running.
So funny to imagine being like, dude, huge movie being filmed in town today. Tom Hanks gonna be here. You wait all day and you're like, it's his brother.
Yeah, but it looks just like him.
It's not even his brother. It's
Yeah.
Chet Hanks.
Well, because he's got the beard
Yeah.
and the
Oh,
hat, like it was, and it's a lot of faraway shots, and they do look alike.
That's
Me
Like
gun
they-
running.
Couldn't do that with me and CJ, that's for sure. Yeah, it was Zemeckis. There you
Okay,
go.
Zemeckis. Yeah.
He's made a couple good movies.
Best movie of all time, Back to the Future.
That's the best of all time.
Hey, you spam our chair where we're going. We don't need roads.
It's getting better.
I'm gonna keep working on it.
It's getting better already.
Like I said, impressions are number one now. So
I'm Steve-O, and I'm getting in the DeLorean and going back to the Black Plague.
That Steve-O's so good. That's crazy.
Oh, I've been laboring all day in 1356 England, and I'm tired and sick. My word, what hath the Lord bestowed upon me? This strange dragon creature. It glows with the embers of fire. Someone's getting out of it.
I'm Steve-O, and I'm going to hang my wiener out the window while my body goes to the Mesozoic era.
You guys have whippets? I need whippets.
oh, dude, Steve-O's dick just got fossilized. We just fossilized his dick.
It's like in the movie The Time Machine with Guy Pearce, where he puts that guy's face outside and turns it into a skeleton. But it's Steve-O's dick.
I'm Johnny Knoxville, and we're gonna go chisel Steve-O's wiener out of a canyon in Arizona.
We need some scientific guidance for this mission. Let's get Stephen Hawking.
We used to think that time was linear until we found Steve-O's genitals
Oh my god.
beneath a Stegosaurus fossil in the mountains of Montana.
Oh my god. It just hurts
I'm
because like
Steve-O, and I'm going to ride Stephen Hawking down a hill in San Francisco.
oh my god.
I'm,
Oh my
I'm
god.
Stephen Hawking, and I'm going to do a McTwist off the Chrysler building.
Oh my god, dude. And I just have to be Preston.
My buddy Steve is going to grind. Is going to grind through the tracks of Grand Central Station.
Hey guys, I'm Wee Man. I don't know.
Oh, it was a good try though.
He's tough. We met him.
We met him.
Oh, you guys met Wee Man?
Yeah, he was at
He's in,
Mitzi's.
in Austin.
How's he
Oh, I'm
doing?
jealous.
Short.
How's he doing
good.
since Wild Boys?
He's doing good. I think he's got a lot of money.
He had two really hot chicks with him.
Oh, did he too?
Yeah.
Two
He was a
blonde chicks.
thruple? We don't know if he was a throuple.
Hands around their asses. Like,
Damn.
That was funny, dude.
How does that just work dynamically? Hands. He's probably just like, what am I supposed to do? Put my hands around their kneecaps?
I don't know.
Right?
just one leg each, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. He
You
sounds
gotta,
like
you
he's
gotta
doing
wonder
great,
if he
though.
does the 1, 2, 3 wheeze.
What's
You know,
that?
Like what you do with your kid, 1, 2, 3 wee. Where you
Two
like
hoes.
help him jump up.
Right.
I don't know.
He says we, but he's got it trademarked.
That's
That's crazy.
That's actually where he got his name.
Oh, can we do a song before we go?
Yeah.
You want to get the?
You gonna sing?
No. We're gonna. Yeah, we'll sing or something. We'll figure. What do you want to do? Yeah. Okay. Listen. Last time I said you were a piano savant, and you were like, "No, I'm not." And then we put the piano out here before the show, and you were ripping it like.
You mixed
I wasn't
Van
ripping.
Halen on the live. You
Yeah,
added
you
in the
started
drum
doing
track.
like. Yeah, you started putting backing tracks on it and like
You had like a
cycling it or
phaser
whatever.
synth.
Yeah,
I just like to monkey around.
you're
I
just
like-
great
I like
at the
to play.
piano.
I just like to noodle.
The Garth.
Power Daddy, can you set him up? Oh, now we're back.
And we're back.
And Mark Edwards is on the piano. Because now we're finally going to get some piano out of Mark. Pretty pumped for this. Mark, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so setting the scene, CJ and I are working at a Madison Avenue firm that's been hired because a new amusement company has come in and bought Little St. James Island, formerly known as Epstein Island, and they really want to rebrand it and get people to come for their new amusement park.
Okay.
No, you may have seen this island in the news before, but it's not just any island.
Sorry, I don't know. Well, first of all, welcome. Welcome to our presentation. I don't know why he's doing
I'm
that
a homeless
voice.
person. I
Sorry,
snuck
am
in
I
here.
underscoring the scene that you're performing, or am I a character in the scene who's a musician helping you compose a song?
I think you work. I think Power Daddy, if you can move over here so I can speak to you.
You're just an eyeline power daddy.
Thank you.
I see. This is like Shark Tank, and I'm
Yeah,
Yes.
and you're the Laurel Hall or whatever from who's
Laura Hall, yeah.
Laura Hall, Lindo Taylor.
yeah, you're them.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for letting us pitch to you today. He's going to do a normal voice from now on. That was just,
Dankeschön,
he's
my
trying-
German colleague.
he's not German either. So I understand you. Congratulations, first of all, you bought an island. That's amazing. And I don't know if you were aware of this, but there's some bad news surrounding the island, and we're going to help you kind of
We
work
don't
that
even
out.
want to think about that. We want to think about good times on the island, fun times. And so we've come up with a fun time islandy kind of song, a little bit of an island vibe for you out on Lil St. James.
And this is an island song. So our helper, he's not a helper, he's a great part of the team. He's come up with an island theme that is and I'm not stretching for time. I'm just explaining to the fact that he's an island boy.
Islands have beaches, they have sand, they have water, they have palm trees, they have children they don't have that
Sometimes Tom Hanks is on the island, but as Castaway.
in the film.
In the film Castaway.
He's on the island, he talks to the ball.
Maybe the ball's on the island. Wilson, Wilson, you're on an island with Wilson. Don't ask where the blood came on Wilson's face. Could have come from anywhere. Don't think about the blood.
Hey, man, this is the island song.
That's right. See,
Thank you,
island is
guys.
all about fun and having fun.
It's fun. There's a nice guy there at the end. He doesn't have any crazy masks on or any kind of headgear.
He's not wearing a witch doctor mask.
He doesn't have a plague doctor mask. He's a good guy. So there's an idea.
Island. There's one, and then we're made of ideas. We have other ideas too. Maybe we want to get away from the island theme. Okay, island. What? I didn't know we were on an island. I thought we were on the space station because we've built. This is you. Maybe we're involved. I don't know. If you wanted us to be involved, we could. We've built a space station on Little St. James Island. And so we don't even know we're on an island. We're on a space station.
Yeah, the International St. James Space Station.
Nope, just regular space station. I have come to space. This is amazing.
I'm an astronaut. I'm here from an island, and I've got a couple things to say.
I'm a robot android. Put your helmet back on, or you'll stop breathing.
Now I have my helmet on, and it makes me sound like this.
Take it off so we don't get sued.
Hey, everybody, I'm here to say you will be saved from an island one day. This is a message from the future, and I just want to help. There are childs out
No. So I think either of those would be good for you.
That was the first version. We wanted to actually rewrite that. That was from previous information. We have new information. And so we are moving from a space type scenario into just classic rock. We're bringing it back. We're bringing rock back. We're bringing back riffs, guitar licks.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy about some of the classic rock songs? You always think they have a feature on them. You get somebody who's famous to do a feature. And we wanted somebody who, he's associated with the island a little bit, but he's trying to rehab his image as well. He's a famous physicist by the name of Stephen Hawking, and he features on this show, on this song. It's a rockin' dude. And yeah, welcome to the island. Bring your family, especially your kids. Don't forget the kids, super important. Take it away, Steve.
Use the promo code ISLANDS to receive 50% off your first visit.
Use the promo code. I hope at least one of those is acceptable to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. No, but
seriously though, give it up for Mark Edwards. Woo! Mark, where can people find you? What do you got coming up, buddy?
Nowhere, nothing.
Nice.
CJ?
Monthly show, June 25th. Come check it out. Got to rebook the headliner because the guy who was going to do it has to go to Italy now. So if you're a headliner, maybe give me a message. If they're a couple $100, we'll have a good show. Otherwise, doing Kitchener soon, Guelph. Yeah, I'll be out on there. Hamilton. You'll see me. CJ Bishop Comedy.
Check out our Instagram. Check out our TikTok. Give us a follow. Give us a like and subscribe. Thanks again for listening, Weasels.
Thanks, boys.
Peace.